Rock and Roll Geek Show 680.
Still rocking after all these years.
This is the story of my rock and roll butler.
This is it, the show that started it all. Often imitated, but never equal. From San Francisco, USA, online since 2004. It's the one and only Rock and Roll Geek Show. With the original Rock and Roll Geek, Michael Butler.
Welcome to the Rock and Roll Geek Show. My name is Michael Butler. Thanks a lot for joining me. I really appreciate it. Today is Friday, January 22nd, 2016, when I'm recording this show. It's 3:28 p.m. It's the afternoon, and I'm going to open up this fine Tecate. This is my second beer of the day. My first one was a large height Korean beer. I had it for lunch, and this is my second one. This is a Tecate, and you know what they say about the second one, it's always the best. Let me take a sip of this fine Tecate because I'm feeling a little parched on this afternoon on Friday. I am drinking it in the Thermos beer koozie, which is a knockoff of the Yeti beer koozie that I have. Still planning on doing a side-by-side comparison, but right now I'm using the Thermos. I had planned on doing a show tonight on, I was going to do a track-by-track of an album that just came out. I was going to do the Megadeth album, which is called Dystopia, since it came out today. But then I got an email. I was checking my email this morning at about 5:45 p.m. when I woke up, and I got an email from Derek Coward, who I had no idea listened to the Rock and Roll Geek Show. Maybe he does or maybe he doesn't. I don't know, but he sent me a link to an album that just came out today also. This is an album that I really been looking forward to. This is a band called the I Don't Cares, and it consists. I played a song from them before on the Rock and Roll Geek Show. This is a band consisting of, I don't know if it's a band, but it is a project, which is a collaboration, whatever. It's a collaboration between Paul Westerberg and Juliana Hatfield. And I've been really looking forward to this for a long time because, first of all, I'm a huge Paul Westerberg fan. And whenever there's anything new from Paul Westerberg coming out, I am always very excited. Last thing that I heard from him was that the children's album, Open Season. Was that the last thing he did? I don't know if that was, but that was great. He did the soundtrack to this kids movie, and it was really good, man. What might have come out with that after that might have been that 49 minutes album. It was like one song, 49 minutes long. It was like just a bunch of songs, but all joined into one song. And he sold it for $1 on iTunes. But I think the Open Season was the last. Anyway, forget it. I'm talking out my ass. But out today is the collaboration between Paul Westerberg and Juliana Hatfield. And Juliana Hatfield I like her too. She's got a great voice. She's kind of the female version of Paul Westerberg. I don't know if you know who Juliana Hatfield is, but she's been around the indie rock scene forever. She was in the Lemonheads for a while, and she had the Juliana Hatfield 3. Anyway, she's a indie rock, I guess you can say an indie rock icon in the same way that Paul Westerberg is an indie rock icon. So when I found out they were doing a collaboration together, I was really excited. And I played a song on the Rock and Roll Geek Show. I played King of America, which, great song. I really liked this. That made me look forward to the album even more. They had released 2 singles. I think they might have done 3. They might have put out one. When you release a single, they released 2 songs for people to hear. And I think they released another one last week. But I had no idea that the album was coming out today, but it did. I got an email from Derek Coward saying, hey, check this album that just came out today. And he sent me a link to the Spotify. Before I even hit play on the Spotify, I went and bought the thing. I got on Amazon and just purchased the MP3s. And I've been listening to it all day today. I've listened to it about 4 times. And I think I am qualified. Now, I looked for a bunch of reviews, and all the reviews are clearly from people who have not listened to the album. You know, they're just like very vague and generic review. So I'm going to try to do a detailed track-by-track review of the new album called, they call in their project the I Don't Cares, and the album is called Wild Stab. So I'm doing a track-by-track of the new album from the I Don't Cares, and it is called Wild Stab. So let's get right into it. Thank you to everybody who donated to the Rock and Roll Geek Show. You know who you are. I'm not going to say your name tonight, because I just want to get right into the track-by-track. And I might do a track-by-track of the Megadeth album after this one. So I might pull 2 Rock and Roll Geek shows out of my ass tonight. I don't think there are two more different albums on the music spectrum. So I'm showing my, as Steve Bader said, this shows my versatility. All right. So let's get right into it. I don't have any liner notes because I did not buy the CD. I bought the MP3 tracks, and I thought there'd be liner notes on Amazon, but there were none. So I'm trying to do this the best I can. I don't know who all plays on it. I'm assuming that it is just Paul Westerberg and Juliana Hatfield. And I don't know who came up to who to approach them to do this. And I don't know who produced it. I'm assuming they produced it themselves, probably in one of their home studios. I don't know, but I'm guessing that it is. So let's just get right into it. And it has I have no songwriting credit. It is not on the Wikipedia. There's no credits on any of the quote reviews. All the reviews are just like one paragraph long. So I'm going to attempt to do as detailed of a review as I can with the information that I have, okay? So let me take a sip of this fine Tecate and we will get right into it, okay? I need to find something to ride on. If you are a new listener, maybe you Googled the I Don't Cares Wild Stab review and found this show. Thanks for stumbling upon it, friends. The show's called The Rock and Roll Geek Show. My name's Michael Butler. Like I said at the beginning of the show, I thank you very much for joining me. I really appreciate it. So the way I score these album reviews that I do, track-by-track reviews, this is called the Rock and Roll Geek Scoring System. If you're a long-time listener, friends, thank you again. And by the way, thanks again to everybody who donates to the Rock and Roll Geek Show. There is a link on rockandrollgeek.com. You can donate through Patreon, or you can send me a check, or you can send me some cash, or you can do it through PayPal as well. All the links are at the show notes at rockandrollgeek.com. All right, www.rockandrollgeek.com, blah, blah, blah. All right, so the Rock and Roll Geek scoring system is, if I like the song, I give it a +1. If, it's okay, I give it a half. If I don't like it, I give it a 0. And then I tally them all up. So, for instance, there are 16 songs on this album. So if I like all 16, I give it 16 out of 16. If I think all 16 are just half, I give it an 8 out of 16. All right, you get the idea? I tally them all up and then come to the score. So let's get right into it. The first song is called Back, and I don't know who came to the table with what song or who wrote it or anything, but I'm going to do my best to try to figure it out. All right, first song is called Back. And Paul Westerberg, the king of the simple lines intertwining, and I think that this song is kind of... take it back to the beginning here. Okay, here we go. Here we go!
All of these years believing in such something I thought.
Simple 2 chords with a beautiful melody over it.
I couldn't see so bad.
Actually, all the reviews that I read, there's only been like 3 reviews, but they all say pretty much that this album finds Paul Westerberg being unfamiliarly cheery. I don't think this really sounds that cheery. It's kind of sad to me. I think this, I'm trying to decipher the lyrics. I'm back. I'm back if you'll have me. So he's basically asking his girlfriend to come back, to let him come home. His girlfriend or whoever. Very nice, pleasant, catchy as hell song. I'm giving this one a +1, obviously.
Something didn't exist if I couldn't touch. I refrain because I couldn't feel. All these years of take and go.
I'm singing along. I'm back.
I'm back if you hand me. I'm back if you hand me. And you hand me, I swear.
Very beautiful song. All right, that's definitely a +1. Very nice, pleasant lines intertwining. All right, the second song is called "Wear Me Out Loud." Wear Me Out Loud. Another catchy riff. Last song didn't have a catchy riff, but it was a catchy tune. This is a catchy riff. Great opening line, "Honey, you wear me out."
Honey, you wear me out. Baby, I'm a wasted and it's all in fall. Wear me out loud. Wear me out loud. Honey, you clean me out. Empty refrigerator and I'm seeing to it later. Honey, you clean my clock. And if I need a taste, you stop me rocking. Baby, I'm a wasted and all is doing.
Tim Drussin from the 500 by Midnight podcast just sent me a link to Peter Wolf from the J. Giles Band interviewing Paul Westerberg about this album. I can't wait to read that. It's a video interview. Alright, this is obviously a +1. Honey, you wear me out loud. That's a great play on words. Oh, apparently this album, there's a lot of old Replacements demos. According to this interview. Let me see if I can find some clips from this interview. Well, let's pause this here.
As they say. And
don't shank it.
Yeah, don't shank it.
Let me rewind it here.
Improve it, but don't lose it.
Oh, Peter Wolf is a fucking rock god, man. All right, hold on a second. Let me get it back to here. All right, here, listen to...
Here's to it.
Here we are.
Kick it high, as they say.
They're taking sips of drinks.
Don't shank it.
Yeah, don't shank it.
Don't shank it. I take it to this fine Tecate.
Or as John Lee Hooker said, if it's in you, it's got to come out. Only the best and later for the goblin.
That's right. That's right.
You met John Lee.
All right. Let me get it to the part where he talks about Replacements demos. 28 minutes into this. Oh, it's an hour-long interview. Oh, I cannot wait to hear this. All right. Get it to 28 minutes. I'm sorry to interrupt this track by track for this breaking news with Peter Wolf and Paul Westerberg, two geniuses.
Well placed. I think this really, the more I hear it, it's like a nice jewel. You just keep rubbing it, and it just starts shining.
Well, that was the criteria. Whatever take had the magic vocal was the take, even if the drums were out of time and the guitar was out of tune. And that, I've forever fought with, the band and with the
He's
guys.
talking about the replacements.
Honestly, we tried to cut a few of these songs, Wear Me Out Loud and Back, with replacements. And for whatever reason, it didn't work, but I know the reason is that I didn't mean it. And, I meant it on these because those were first takes. Those are like live. A lot of times I'll write songs, I'll just turn on a beat, make up the song, sing and play live as I'm going, not quite know where I'm going. And that's where I usually get my best vocal. Sometimes not my greatest lyric, but...
I just finished reading...
All right, well, there you go. So some of these songs were actually replacements demos. That's good to know. All right. Sorry for that interruption, but I cannot wait to listen to that interview or to watch that interview from Peter Wolf, interviewing Paul Westerberg. Oh, two of my favorite guys in the whole world. All right, the third song is called Born for Me. This was actually a Paul Westerberg solo song from, what is it? Suicane gratification, something like that. Suicide gratification. You know what album I'm talking about. All right, this song is called Born for Me. Suicane gratification.
When the loneliest dies and the emptiest dawns, finally decided to meet with a head in a lap and a tongue tied in knots. The loneliest eyes try and speak.
Lead vocals shared by both Juliana Hatfield and Paul Westerberg. Catchy as hell. There are a few people, I've said this a lot of times, but there are a few people in this world who are just brilliant songwriters, and we are lucky to be living in the same time as them. I can count them on my one hand. Paul Westerberg is one of those people, obviously. And I think you know who the rest are, who the others are. And some of those people who are great songwriters are highly influenced by Paul Westerberg. Very catchy tune. Big +1. According to Tim Dressen, he says between the album and the interview, it's pretty clear that Paul is giving Juliana the wild stab, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I think there is a little bit of romance going on in these vocals, I think. This is one of them. I like how it fades out. Great tune. What a great tune. The next song is called, all right, it's a number, it's the half, the fraction. Fraction, the half, all right? Half and the number 2 and the letter P. And it's pronounced have to P. Get it? Okay.
G-M. When our lips participate soon and my eyes precipitate, I hate to stop but I really have to go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. When you call me baby, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, no.
That it seems like simple lyrics, which they are, but what is it? It's go H, I, K, A, L, M, N, O, no. Great. When
you call me baby, I need to find an alley. Your voice always makes me have to breathe. Light up like a Christmas tree. Need to find an alley. Your voice always makes me have to breathe. Your face make my eyes run. Your face makes my eyes run. Give me that guitar.
This is probably one of those replacements demos.
5, 5, 5, 5, 4, 3. When you call me baby, your voice always makes me have to pee.
Your voice always makes me have to pee.
C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, no. Make me have to go.
All right, there you go. I'm giving that one a +1. So far out of 4, we're 4 out of 4. The next song is called Sorry for Tomorrow Night.
Baby, you don't know what you do to me. While I hate to fight, thank you for this golden opportunity in advance to say I'm sorry for tomorrow night. Yes, my name is disaster when it comes to this. You're making me way uptight. In the future you remember I'm a pacifist. Give me a chance in advance. I'll say I'm sorry for tomorrow night. I hope you'll understand. Sorry for tomorrow night. Like to say it in advance. And the next week, next month.
I can relate to this, as probably most guys who have wives or girlfriends who get mad at them often. You're going to get mad at me tomorrow, I'm sure, so I'm going to go ahead and apologize in advance. Simple song, but extremely catchy. Another +1. We're 5 out of 5.
Baby,
Yeah.
I hate to take away
The best time to apologize is when you're in a good mood. Maybe you're in a good mood now. It's a good time to apologize for what I'm going to fuck up tomorrow.
I'm sorry for tomorrow night. I hope you'll understand. I'm sorry for tomorrow night. Like to say it in advance.
The guy writes probably the most clever lyrics of anybody alive today.
Rest of my life, but just in case I don't show up, say I'm sorry for tomorrow night.
There you go. Next song is called Dance to the Fight. Juliana Hatfield doing lead vocals on this. This is probably one she brought to the table. Fits quite well with Paul Westerberg's song. You have a crush on somebody who's a musician, why not do an album with them? I don't know that he had a crush on her, but according to Tim Dressen, somebody did. On my hands and knees on a Friday night is what she says. I want to give it a half, but this song's kind of growing on me. I'm going to give it a half, just so I can keep my credibility. The next song even more demonstrates Tim Dressen's theory. It is called Kissing Break.
We'll give our lips something to do. Give our mouth some words to say. Fill our hands, there's work to do. Just in case they wanna stray. We're all business, you and I.
We're all business, you and I.
Professional as we can be.
We're professional as we can be. We're sitting here making this Wild Stab album together.
Hurry up, it's nearly 5.
We gotta hurry, it's nearly 5. The day's almost over.
Well, alright, it's only 3.
It's only 3 o'clock. We still got 2 hours. Oh, we can take a break.
Hey, let's take a kissing break.
Hey, why don't we make out? You and me, Juliana Hatfield.
To our body clock.
Now,
we've been at this thing all day.
Who brought this song? And how uncomfortable, or the tension? Hey, Juliana, or hey, Paul, I brought in this song. It's called, let's play it. Let's make up the words as we're going along. Do you think that they kissed when they were recording this song?
We've been
Very sweet song.
Baby, won't say, let's take a kissing break.
Listen to the way she sings on. I'm going to rewind it here. Listen to Juliana Hatfield's voice. I think somebody's very into it.
We've been at this thing all
She's got a great voice, too.
Baby, won't say, let's take a kiss and break.
Yeah. Sold me. Now listen to that. Listen to that soulful solo. Absolutely fucking brilliant.
Not because
Big +1.
weekend, a pause for the weekend. It ain't just money that we're missing. We're trying to make. Hey, let's take
All
a
right.
kiss and break.
+1. I like it. Very sweet song. And it sounds like they both mean what they're singing. All right, the next song is called Just a Phase. I think this is Juliana Hatfield singing on this. She probably brought this one to the table, but it sounds like it could be, fits right in. Simple lines intertwining.
It's just a phase she's going through. It's nothing old, it's something new. It's not your fault, she ain't blaming you. It's just a phase.
Catchy as hell.
She's 16, off like one, a little bit mean.
I mean, maybe it's romance, maybe it's not. I've not listened to the interview with Peter Wolf and Paul Westerberg, but
It's just
they blend quite well together.
if she bursts into tears, I think some more.
This album so far is a great start to 2016, friends, to me. I'm giving that one a +1. A little bit more.
Whatever she got, the inevitable. She's full of life, she's full of rage. It's just a phase.
All right. Next song is called Outta My System. Out of My System. Oh, yeah. Classic Paul Westerberg.
Gotta get it out of my system. Well, I'm loaded to the brim.
Oh, yeah, man.
Out of my system.
If you don't like that, there's something wrong, friends.
Gotta get it out of my system. Well, I poison my home. Gotta get it out of my system. Well, I rock and roll. Keep it inside till I might explode.
That's great.
My skin like a suit of clothes. I feel warm just to hide my soul. Keep it inside. Keep it inside.
Like,
Gotta get it out
so simple, but so...
before I make a call. Gotta get it out of my system. They're plenty
So
of my system.
great.
I'm loaded to the brim. Gotta get it out of my system. Or I tip my hand. Keep it inside till I might explode. Feel my skin like a suit of clothes. I feel warm just to hide my soul. I keep it inside. I keep it inside. Gotta get it out of my system.
right, that's all. Another +1. So out of 9 songs so far, out of 9 songs, we're at 8.5 out of 9, which could just as easily have been 9 out of 9.
Using way too much, way too long. We're wearing off. Gotta get it out.
Very nice.
Before it takes a hold. Gotta get it out of the system.
I just want to keep listening. It sounds so good. I'm going to move to the next song, though. That's so far, that's probably my second favorite song in the album. The next song is called Need the Guys. Need the Guys.
Took a long time, about 13 seconds, till I knew you were mine.
This is probably a Replacements demo as well.
13 seconds, till I knew you'd always be mine. And I need the guy to know it. See you in the night. I need the guy to know it. Me and you together since the beginning of time. It took a long time, about 13,000 days till you came back around. It took a long time, about 13,000 days till you get to my arms. I need the guys to know it. I need the
Another +1.
I need the guys to know it.
Blah, 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 blah. Very simple, typical chords, but the guy makes it into a great tune.
Give him time. That girl's gotta know now. That girl's gotta know. That girl's gotta go. That girl's gotta go. That girl's gotta go. And I need the guys to know it. Need
All right, another +1. Next song is called Love Out Loud.
love out loud. All I want is everything and nothing in return. I'm a stupid bastard, baby, maybe I can learn.
Probably another Replacements demo. I could be wrong. Sounds a little bit like IOU. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I like this one. I'm going to give this one a half. It's decent enough, but not great. It's probably the most generic of them all so far. All right, next song is called King of America. This is probably my favorite song in the album. This is an anthem for the disenchanted. I think that's a good way to describe it. Lyrics on this song are fantastic.
I've cleaned your floors, scrubbed your toilets.
I clean your floors and I scrub your toilets.
Man, I swept under your feet.
I swept under your feet, man.
Worked in your stores, every boy gets
Worked in your stores, every blah, blah, blah.
one chance. You're laughing at me.
Laughing at me.
Now it's
my chance to bleed, man. It's my turn.
Shout it out.
Shout it out! Shout it out, man! Wait in your long lines.
I sweat, need your sun.
I've done something.
I kicked round in your factory.
Kicked round in your factories.
I did it all without a gun.
Did it all without a gun.
It's my time to run.
My time to run. Shout it out, man. I'm shouting it. No auto-tune on Paul Westerberg.
Give me some, 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 give me something I can believe.
All right, hold on. Before I play the lead, the next verse is absolute brilliance, and I'm going to tell you why after we hear it. Nice solo.
I've worn your cheap little outfit.
I've worn your cheap little outfits.
I've taken your sickening drugs.
Taking your sickening drugs.
Try to sweep me under your carpet.
Try to sweep me under your carpet.
I've had enough. Shout it out.
Shout it out! Listen to how he says shout it out. That is absolutely fucking brilliant. Shout it out!
You try to sweep me under your carpet. Stand aside. I've had enough. Shout it out.
I fucking love that, man. I love it. I'm going to hear it again. I want to hear it one more time. That makes me smile every time I hear it. Hold on. I'm going to take it all back to the beginning of that verse. That's just that's the best thing. That verse and that shout it out is the best thing I've heard all year musically.
Your cheap little outfits. I've taken your sickening drugs. You try to sweep me under your carpet. Stand aside. I've had enough. Shout it out.
Shout it out. Shout it out. I don't think you can sing that with any more feeling than Paul Westerberg is singing it. He damn sure means it, you can tell. Shout it out! My favorite song of the year so far. This song is fucking great. Absolutely fucking great! Alright, enough of me. Shout it out! If I could give that song a 2, I would. Oh. What a great tune. Alright, the next song is called Little People. Little People. Alright. Another Juliana Hatfield tune. Nice solo. All right, catchy enough verse, solo puts it over the top. I'm giving it a +1. So far, out of 13 songs, we are 12 out of 13. Next song is called Whole Lotta Nothing. Whole Lotta Nothing. Whole Lotta Nothing. We glossed over the beginning of that tune. I think it's a great intro. Decent enough song, not one of my favorites. I'm going to give this one a half. So out of 14, we are three that are a half. So out of 14, we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and a half. 12 and a half out of 14 so far. All right, the next song is called Done, Done, Done.
Whoop it in, whoop it out, whoop it on the table now. Whoop it in, whoop it out, whoop it on the table now. Whoop it in, whoop it out, whoop it on the table now. Done, done, done. Done, done, done. Done, done, done. Done, done, done. I can smell it from the eye. Done, done, done. Whoop it in, whoop it out, never read the label now. Whoop it in, whoop it out, never read the label now.
I like this. It's a typical blues progression. This sounds like a Replacements demo too. It's okay, I'm gonna give this one a half too. All right, the final song, number 16, is called Hands Together. And it's kind of, the album, come on, you can get it out. I always say that I like the way when an album closes with a more, like, introspective, I guess is the word. I'm sounding like an idiot, but you know what I mean, I think. This song is one of those kind of songs. It's a good album closer to me, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's called Hands Together.
I attended Ty Cobb's funeral.
And I like this one a lot. I'm giving this one a +1. So while this song is going, I'll let it go a little long.
I went out
very long. It's like 6 minutes and 52 seconds.
Tried my best to not step on her feet. And the staircase is a mountain, and the window is a cliff. In the morning we found them. Both my hands were cold and stiff till I put them together.
So let's tally up the score, okay? We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5, 6.5, 7.5, 8.5, 9.5. Half is 10, 11, 12 and a half, 13, 14 out of 16. That's my score on the I Don't Cares album called Wild Stab. I will post a link to where you can purchase this album on the show notes at rockandrollgeek.com. Thanks for listening to this episode, friends. I'm sure there are other reviewers that can sound way more intelligent when they're reviewing the album, but I have a feeling that some of these people who are reviewing the album would just think they're supposed to like Paul Westerberg and the Replacements.
With a cup of coffee that likes to be called a mug.
If you agree with me, send me an email to rockandrollgeek@gmail.com with the subject line Butler. You're absolutely right. Paul Westerberg and Juliana Hatfield are great together, and Paul Westerberg is one of the greatest songwriters of our time. Put that in the subject line. If you disagree with me, send me an email to rockandrollgeek@gmail.com with the subject line Butler, you're an asshole. Get to the Megadeth review. We don't want to hear this indie rock crap. Get back to the metal. You're full of shit. Put that in the subject line. Or you can send me an audio comment. Let me know what you think of this one and all my track by track reviews. Area code 706-621-ROCK. That's area code 706-621-7625.
Newspaper gets old.
Contact Paul Westerberg or Juliana Hatfield and tell them that you heard about this album on the Rock and Roll Geek Show. That would be nice. And tell them you would love to hear them be interviewed on the Rock and Roll Geek Show. You can find me on the Facebook too, friends. R&R Geek. You can find me on the Twitter, R&R Geek. That's RNR Geek. You can find me on the Instagram, Rock and Roll Geek, don't ask.
Makes his usual excuse.
Thanks for listening, friends, and thank you so much for all the donations. Please keep the donations coming. Without your donations, this show would die a horrible, putrid, stench-filled, regurgitating, puke-smelling death. I'm going to try to come back later tonight and do the Megadeth Dystopia track by track if I am up for it. Right now I'm going to go cook some dinner. We'll see you soon, friends.
Still lonely as shit. The music on my radio is not welcome in my room. me tonight. Put your hands together. Don't know how, grab the nearest one. Hold on with all your might. Hands together. Put your hands together. Don't know how, grab the nearest one.
It's a rock and roll geek train wreck.